Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Friday pre-flight number 115. Good to see the folks that have made it over here from Midnight's Edge in the morning. And of course, everybody that's going to be showing up here or seeing this on the replay. I will say this many times today, but absolutely Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is in the holiday feeling. They are ready to celebrate the time of the year, the opportunity, if you have it, to see friends and family. All of those things are really, really important. And I am always thankful. Multiple times per year, I take every single holiday opportunity to be thankful, and to make sure that I let everybody know that I'm thankful for them, just like I'm thankful for all of you. It is a beautiful day where I am. Hopefully it is where you are, although it looks like the middle of the United States is, kind of snowed in a little bit, just a tiny bit. And hopefully you're able to dig out and go actually see some folks and just kind of celebrate the season. So with that, we are going to get started just by saying hi to each and every one of you. And again, Merry Christmas. Let's start at the top of the charts here with the folks that showed up quite early. We've got, of course, Captain Fandom Nerd saying Merry Christmas, reminding me that I needed to change my spelling issue, which I did. Thank you. Mephisto's movie reviews. Greetings and Merry Christmas to you, you filthy animal. Siege Perilous, good to see you, my friend. We've got Mr. Shirt. Hail, Mr. Shirt. Hope you and your wife and your entire clan is well. We've got the Crusader Lion. Good to see you, my friend. We've got Olaf. What's up, Olaf? Good to see you. Glad you guys are here. We've got Tender Warlord 68 here. Merry Christmas to you. Accidental Tourist, Merry Christmas from the Great White Frozen North. Yeah, it's cold. You guys, I don't know how you deal with it. Those of you in the middle of the country, those up north, yikes. Not a party. Not a party. Let's see. C for Family saying meat raid. Oh, thank you for raiding me. Let's see. You have a new icon behind your name. You must be 12 months. That's right. We had a few people come in and use their member chats during the 6-minute daily. And for those of you that I missed, I'm very sorry. Some of those are really hard to catch if they're not on the StreamYard side. Hopefully that gets corrected in the future, or I may be switching to a different streaming software. We'll see. Let's see who's here. We've got, of course, Master Sidearms, because misery loves company. What dimension is gifted me another membership, because pissing people off in John Campia Avatar 2 video comments is a way of life. Good for you. Well, Master Sidearms actually uses his member chat for saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Chutzpah to all. Well, there you go. I think Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all the other stuff, Festivus for the rest of us, whatnot. But Merry Christmas. I will always say Merry Christmas. Always. Let's see who else rolled in the door. We got, hey, what's going on? George Bonnie 90 is here with the cool Honda icon there. We got Zax. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Love the look. You got that Santa hat sitting on there real nicely. Jason Gray's in the house. We got the Common Nerd. What is up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you guys have checked out his channel. He's a lot of fun. Between Zax and Common Nerd, you got a lot of entertainment available to you. Those two guys are great. Ram Bam 3000 is here. Let's see who else rolled in the door. A couple other folks like Shrap 3D. Good to see you, my friend. A lovely Lisa is here. Greetings, dear. And let's see. A couple other folks rolled in the door. So we scroll down, scrolling. Hemorrhoid Hurts. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Oh, also, you now have another gifted membership. So you're here for another month, courtesy of one of the amazing patrons I have here on YouTube. We've got DS Ford, another amazing patron here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much. For those of you that support the channel by gifting memberships and all of that, and by dropping super chats and super stickers, it's really, really, really touching to me that you support the channel in those ways, and I thank you. I really do. But Merry Christmas indeed. Let's see, Release McCracken is here. I saw a couple other folks. There's Channel Surf again. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you, Channel Surf, and to all the fellowship indeed. Mr. Brut Crack Media, I saw you gift some memberships over there on Loki's stream today. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that, my friend. We got Big Raj for a Canadian $2. And Merry Christmas to you and the boss. Merry Christmas to you, Big Raj. Can't wait to meet up with you again, brother. That was a lot of fun. For those of you, I never get tired of saying it, but for those of you who are considering doing one of the fellowship meetups, wherever that happens to be, do it. Even if it's only 12 people, go. It's totally worth it. Very much fun. We got James Villanueva with us. Baby, it's cold outside. But baby, it's cold outside. I'm making my pozole and red chili for our holiday meal. Yummy. Man, we have with the company, we have people who are, kind, and they will bring things to us like tamales, like fresh made and stuff like that. And so this is the time of the year that like literally the fridge and the freezer starts to get packed up because we're gifted all this wonderful food. And then I like ration it because, how often do you get homemade stuff? Not very often. Good stuff. Let's see. Copper Indio. Good to see you, my friend. Bilbo Swaggin. What is up? Hail Culture and chat update. Finally out of the hospital. Thank goodness, my friend. 3-month recovery from now? Yikes. Well, we'll be here for you. I'm going to be here Christmas night. We may not start exactly at 8:30, but we'll start. Well, we're all going to get together and hang out Christmas night. You'll have a place to come and hang out. And, dude, I'm sorry. Well, we're here for you, man. We're here for you, my friend. All right. What do we got here? Minus 50-degree weather in the Yukon. Yikes. No. Doesn't sound good. No. I think Randall Orchard's here. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Good to see you. And of course, Mexican Iron Man with a $10 super chat. Brother, I love you. Culture, did you ever see Wakanda and Avatar yet? I'm beginning to question this channel's commitment to the blue indigenous Mexican water peoples. Hashtag do better in 2023. Oh, Mikey, no. No. I'm done giving money to things that are going to lecture me. I don't need an environmental lesson from James Cameron times 5. No dodging. I can just watch, that Star Trek with the whale. Be good. We got Larry. What's up, Larry? Name so nice. You say it twice. Larry, for $1. Thank you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you, Larry. Hey, what's up, Darcipio? Good to see you. Feliz Navidad. That's another great way to say it. Thank you, my friend. Guys, it's so good. Hey, it's Jason Gray's Endor Airbnb. Wow. Yeah, Ruben. Yeah, it is a new Christmas classic. That's right. Courtesy of Mr. Tom Connors. Man, he killed that song, didn't he? Just saw VR's latest video on Avatar 2 box art. Looks like it's facing financial blues. Could be in trouble based. Based on his take, yeah. But it could be it could make it 1B by Monday. Yeah. Okay. This film is going to make a lot of money. You're going to have a huge international box office. You have to. The previous film, the original film, going back to the dawn of time, whenever it was released, man, that's a long time ago. That film had a 77% international take. It kind of does need to hit around $2 billion. Arguably, I think break even's 1.2, 1.4. Holy cow. That 70s rock fan just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. It was wonderful hanging out with you last night. It was a good time. Guys, make sure you accept those. Make sure you accept those wonderful, wonderful gifts. Wow, look at all those folks. We got Mr. Buttcrack Media. We got Super Saiyan 4 gets one. We got Juxtapose, Poker Ace 6666. We've got Abby Normie with one. Red Terror 1978, Floral from Under a Rock, Uncle Remus, of course, and Crass Socks, along with the great Hamdinger and Reaper 0878. Wow. Thank you very much for that. And Captain Fandom Nerd gifted a membership. My goodness, you guys, you were very much in the spirit of the day. I appreciate that. But yeah, I feel like break even for this film is somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5 billion based on all that we know about it. If we ever find out what it actually cost and what its actual promotional numbers were, but if it's competing in production budget with Avengers Endgame, this thing needs to be big. We'll have this conversation in just a few moments because I promise you we will get to it, Crusader Lion. Let's see. Mikey sent us a super chat. I want to say thanks to Mikey once again for that super chat. And of course, Larry I already acknowledged. And again, all the wonderful humans that are here. Got a lot of you. You guys are great. Defenders of the Faith is in the house. We got Beta Ray Bill. Cool. Cloud Saling. We've got let's see, a few other folks rolled in the door. I'm not sure why this is. I'm fighting this thing today. KC Charlie Chats. Merry Christmas to you. Joyous holiday indeed. Let's see. Yes, so much green now. That's right. You guys are almost all green. I'm at green with envy. Yeah. Hey, what's going on there, Rob Altus? Merry Christmas to you. Appreciate you. Thanks, 70s once again. Pasole? Isn't that what I said? Posole? Didn't I say that? Pasole? I need to brush up on my Spanish. Chasing a snake around half the night? Yikes. It ended up in your AC unit? Wow. That's no fun. Get rid of the snake. Hey, Morgan King. Sorry about the buffering. I don't know if that's me. No, it's not me. Hey, Bamagrad. Once again, thank you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. Any Christmas traditions you continue with this year? Well, finally getting to sleep. Christmas Eve. We have a habit of crashing out early and getting some rest. But no, it'll be kind of the same thing. I mean, we'll be up in the morning. Get to do the stocking thing over at my folks, and this, of course, family members there and little ones doing their thing. And that's the thing that's become a new tradition is me doing the turkey for Christmas. I'll be doing a Cajun brined turkey, cooking that up. That actually I'll do tomorrow afternoon or early evening, so that it's ready for Friday for lunch. Homemade stuffing, lots of good stuff. Let's see, just the normal stuff, Bamagrad. It's very, very traditional. And just traveling around and wishing various parts of the family and friends Merry Christmas. Yeah, I get turkey twice a year. I'm lucky. I could have it all the time, but I make the turkey twice a year. I make it at Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I think I'm always looking forward to the family and the food. Yeah, the presents and stuff. I love giving gifts. In fact, I've received some wonderful gifts this year from some folks out there. And I just want to say thank you to those folks that have done that. And Bamagrad, of course, what you did for me was wonderful. And, I got a chance to meet Bamagrad in Florida, and he, of course, got me a very valuable and now framed Wilma Daring signed picture. And I appreciate that so very much. Miss Gray is beautiful and wonderful. And I don't know what to say. You guys have done so much for me, and I'm so very grateful. I think that's all I can say. Just thank you. Let's see. Yes, way too cold for you guys. Way too cold. But Anyway, Merry Christmas, Bama grad, once again. And thank you for the $5 super chat. And thank you for sending Tom some hand warmers. He's going to need them. It's really cold where Tom is right now. Good gravy. John Sapola, how are you doing? It is Friday. Thanks for being here. I'm just saying hi to everybody. I don't know. The first 20 minutes of my show now is just saying hi to everybody. We got E. Clay out there. Good to see you, my friend. We've got bass player to 2011 Iffy. I'm thinking it will top 1.5. Yeah, I think it's probably will be right in there. I think it'll be right in there. Love you too, man. Guys, you don't even know. Hey, Read by Nature's here. We got our good buddy low spec Linux laptop in the house. Manolo Rivera is here. Good to see you. Hail to you. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. All of the things. Hey. We've got executive producer Sol Leibowitz here. CC, outside of animated films, yeah, so many films are too long, over 2 hours. Do you think in 2023 companies will shorten movies as part of budgets? I think they need to do it for two reasons. Not just the budgetary reasons, right? By the way, if you have a tight movie that's 120 minutes long, and you're able to even cut off of that, you're going to do theater turnover faster. You're going to increase your box office revenue by just having shorter films. Animated films were a blessing because, at 86 minutes, they were rotating that theater like crazy. And, the animated films do really, really well. They really do. And, but no, you're right. They're going to have to shorten run times to get more theater turnover. They're going to have to shorten run times to save money. Think about how much you'll save just in CGI budget alone, considering how much of that's done now. Of course, as we get into cloud computing, AI for CGI stuff, it'd be fewer people, less money. It'll get a lot cheaper. Eventually, as some of the folks that I've hung out with before in various places have pointed out, eventually we won't need actors anymore outside of maybe voice actors. And even then, for how much longer? It's a good question. Rogue Thinker, greetings. How's it going? And Merry Christmas. It's wonderful. And Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas indeed. To be fair, the way of Waters messaging isn't obnoxious as a more contemporary messaging. It's more vague, bland, and childish. Oh, yeah. A throwback to Captain Planet. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of Avatar, Ferngully. I mean, I could go down the list of, planetary caution tale crap. Is what it is. I'm just old. I'm too old now. I'm too cynical. Since I know that a lot of the stuff is baloney sausage, recycling's baloney sausage. I think a lot of people have found that out. M-Tax Shark, greetings. Merry Christmas to you. Let's see. A few more folks rolled through. Buck Rogers, that's right. One of the best series ever. Thanatos Felicitas. Good to see you, my friend. Aaron Gray runs a Tai Chi course during Dragon Con oh, that's awesome. She's so awesome, you guys. I grew up. She was like one of my first loves, right? Let's make it 25 minutes. We're getting there, Mephisto. We're almost 25 minutes of saying hi to everybody. As Day 7, Avatar 2 has a 51% of Spider-Man No Way Home's domestic take over its first 7 days. Maybe Avatar 2 will have longer legs. Okay, so 11 Alpha, this is a good point, and it's something I do want to brush on. You have right now through the second Thursday, it is because you have to remember it previewed on a Thursday, right? Previews were Thursday. It's 661 million right now, global. So it's good. It's got good money on it, right? It's doing all right, and the money coming out of the international markets, what's lifting this thing up? The international numbers are $464 million. So it's not really getting where it needs to go in the domestic market as fast as it can. A lot of people are trying to point at all the various things. They're like, well, there's too much entertainment. People are waiting for the perfect opportunity to see things. Oh, the World Cup. I mean, it's like all these excuses. Let's just see how it ends up after this weekend. And I think then we'll have a pretty good idea, because right now, if you look at the way it paths, predictive, just to get some prediction on films that perform like it. The only one it's like equal or peer will be the biggest film of the year so far, which is Top Gun Maverick. And that one, it's just keeping pace with. So if we just look at that, I think that'll be a good indicator of what we should expect. Death Angel's Shadow, greetings. 7 degrees, good gravy in Tennessee. Bummer. All right, they'll stay warm. Merry Christmas. We got a member chat from Pinochet's Helicopter Tours, 25 months. Thank you for your support, my friend. 2 years and a month. I appreciate you very much. 2 years fly by, CC. Thanks for your time. No, thank you for your time. Pinochet's Helicopter Tours. Appreciate you. We got Christmas Eve is also a terrible day for box office numbers. Normally everyone is at home with family. Oh, dude. Plus, we're in the middle of this polar vortex craziness in the middle of the United States. I don't see big numbers here. Maybe you do. I just don't. Just don't. Hey, Fat Elvis, thanks for being here and thanks for smashing that. Grinch Mama Susan sent no show alert. I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. The first Land Before Time was 1 hour and 9 minutes with credits. There you go. It doesn't take much. You want to roll the theaters. You want little budget. You want, I think we should just go back to stop motion animation for special effects with dinosaurs and stuff. I may do something like that. Well, that'd be fun. That'd be kind of fun. And I hope I'm not mispronouncing anybody's names or words or anything. I always try to be good about that. Let's see as we scroll on. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. I want to know how the toy market will do. The toy market's getting crushed. Retail sales are down. They're doing everything they can to try to convince you you're not in a recession. And we're damn near going to be in a depression in the next 6 to 8 months, possibly, in my opinion. But based on forecasting, whoa, some of the numbers I'm seeing is not good. And they're just trying to, they're like, oh, well, one of these leading economic indicators is showing that inflation only rose at 5.5% in this one particular area. I don't care. It's overall, and you guys are vastly understating inflation. Or I should say the talking heads are vastly misrepresenting it, misreporting it, whatever terms you want to use. So it's a problem. Renegade says Avatar 2 $1 billion by Monday. It doesn't, you know what? He's probably right. And that's good. It needs to get there. I mean, again, I would like the movie to at least break even, but it's not going to be with my money, most likely. Did Culture talk about Disney stocks tanking super hard? Not yet, Cathy, but it has been. And we talked a little bit. We mentioned it a little bit on Midnight's Edge in the morning this morning. I like you said, I set the price. You guys remember, if you go back in time on several of the shows I was on, including, I think, one of these Friday pre-flights going back a few months, I set the price for Disney at about $86 is where I thought it would be like a buy again for me. And it's getting there, 86 flat. But it's like, have you noticed that it hasn't recovered? It had that 1 week bounce after they replaced Chapek with Iger, and then everybody realized, oh, shoot, it's going to get worse. Yeah. Kind of a bummer. But it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Sean? Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Got another super chat. Oh, this one's from Pinochet's Helicopter Tours, one of the sponsors of the channel. It seems like, anyway. Thank you for your support, my friend. I don't know if you saw my suggestion on Midnight's Edge. Since streaming controls the numbers, right? It will really tweak lamestream media if you run fact checks and context warnings when referencing streaming numbers. You know what? We should. We absolutely should. That's a brilliant idea. We'll have to see that. I do know this. I know that they're really trying to prop up Parrot Analytics. And we know that that's complete garbage. You can report on trends all day, but that doesn't translate into dollars. You know who did a great video about that? I think today or yesterday was Paul Chatto. He released it talking about the fact that the anti-marketing, fan baiting, all of these social media pursuits, there's it doesn't generate conversions. That's the right term. That's a term he uses. It doesn't convert people into customers. Because that's what advertising is supposed to do. Whatever form it is, or marketing, whatever you want to call it, it's supposed to convert the unwashed masses into customers. It's not doing that. It's like the comic book argument, like Yellow Flash is in the chat. Good to see a Yellow Flash, by the way. The comic book industry is just imploding. It's been doing so very slow, but in the last year, I think Yellow Flash tweeted out today, didn't you, that IDW is on its last legs and it's going to be delisted. I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't been delisted already, although I didn't look. Oh, by the way, BuzzFeed will be delisted in 15 days if it doesn't get back up over $1. BuzzFeed. Talk about a collapse. $25 billion collapse is what they estimate that thing at some point in time. BuzzFeed's garbage. Oh, man. Anyway, crazy. Copper India says for $10. Thank you, Copper India. Appreciate the support there. $10 super chat. Says, Merry Christmas, culture. I think more corners will likely get cut on the CGI end. Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to have to. Practical effects are cheaper. Stunt people are still out there. Quality stunt. I mean, we have some stunt performers in our fellowship that actually are Hollywood stunt people. And I believe me, I know. I talked to a couple, 3 of them, and you know, they're still ready to work. Yeah, so I think you're right. I think you're going to see practical effects start to creep back in. You're going to see a resurgence in horror films and budget sci-fi stuff. And then cheap Westerns are cheap to make. Fantasy stuff, unless you're trying to do Game of Thrones or something weird, is not that expensive to make. You can make it crazy expensive. But look at how much money they're throwing at generic fantasy shows right now, sword and sorcery stuff or whatnot. I mean, yeah, again, we are really smart in this fellowship, and people are tweeting out. They show, like, somebody in our group sent out a tweet with 4 pictures of 4 current fantasy programs, and they all look the same. I think Willow, or the Blood Origin bologna sausage Witcher thing that was a nightmare. I hope nobody tries to watch that. Wheel of Time and Rings of Power, right? They all look the same. So anyway, to get to the rest of this, I'm sorry about that. It's a tangent. More use of it, probably, but more hastily put together, maybe. But it's just cheaper to do. I know this is counterintuitive. I know it's weird to say, but there's no reason to do it. There really isn't. There's no reason to do CGI. You can do practical effects and be just equally as successful. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, and you know what, Yellow Flash, I share your sentiment that I think it'll break even. I think it'll break even. I would love for it to hit Disney in the pocket. I just don't know that it will. And you know what, your sentiment about F Disney, I think we're seeing that and hearing that more and more, which is kind of a bummer to somebody like me. But as we get older, Flash, things get taken away from us. So there you go. Buzz Lightyear, Star Command is light years ahead of Lightyear. Yeah, man. So going, if you saw the Midnight's Edge video that was released this morning before the Midnight's Edge in the morning stream, you saw that the Lightyear is one of the most failed films economically. And think about how many bombs Disney has had in the last few years alone, right? They have films coming out right now like the Turning Red and others. Turning Red made $7 million, not quite $8 million in its theatrical performance, which is bad. Lightyear lost to over $100 million. Onward lost to over $100 million. It's insane. You just go for the last 3 to 5 years of Disney. I mean, to look, if you look at it, I think prior to that, you had to go back quite a ways to see, where they got really hurt in a release, which would have been John Carter, right? Of course, they completely destroyed that. They again, when you try to change up the story, you don't tell the story proper. You don't follow the books. Again, source material. Let's see. Hey, Dr. Martin Van Nostrand. By the way, I love that. Merry Christmas, culture in the chat. Well, Merry Christmas to you. We got another super from Mr. Thing. Oh, I love that avatar. It's cool. For £1.79 sterling. Thank you. Will we see an end of woke entertainment 2020? No. 2025, maybe 2026. I mean, you're going to start to see things turn around, but an end to it, it has to completely fail. And all of these studios have to pay financially. We have to make them pay, to be honest with you. But no, I think we're good to 2 to 3 years away from having everything be more consistently good. Even the streaming services are getting crushed with their woke stuff. It doesn't bring any subscribers in, it doesn't generate buzz or whatever. I mean, the minute that Westworld went super woke, its audience collapsed over the 4 seasons that it got. That thing was slated for what, 7? Had 3 more in it, maybe. They killed it. Of course, Nolan and Joy, husband and wife team, acolytes of JJ. What did you expect? Anyway, what's up, Kai? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Little Mermaid's going to be rough. Did you see the like reverse psychology piece they put out there? We didn't look at ethnicity at all. Bologna sausage. Great article on Bounding about that, I think. Oh, let's see. We got Pinochet's helicopter tours for $5, and corporations do not deserve the benefit of the doubt, and lying should be assumed in all cases. Indeed. As well as malice. Indeed. Yeah, I mean, normally the saying is don't attribute to malice what could be easily explained with incompetence. Yeah, right now you have nothing but to assume that. They've been telling you that. Even things have leaked out into the public telling you it's done with malice. So yeah, I think that's kind of a good way to look at things now. You creators should control the narrative. I'm trying to. I'm one of many voices out here. Yellow Flash is great. I can't wait to see what he does this weekend. I hope you're doing something, Flash. Let's see. Hey, Grim, what's up? Merry Christmas. Yeah, Shadow did such a great job. Goodness, he's so smart. Me and the gang recently went through and did an Alien Nation movie. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the movie TV series, that's awesome. Have to go back and keep the classics warm. Yeah, keep the classics warm indeed. God, that's such a good show. IEW creep back over $1. Oh, it did? It's only a matter of time. Okay, second time. Yeah, no, I thought it was, but the trend looked bad. Flash, it looked really, really bad. Nobody's gonna miss BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed, like, think about how many things BuzzFeed sucked up, right? Eesh. Got another super from Pinochet. Pinochet, dude, thank you for sponsoring today's show for $5. And I do know corporations are to make money. They are. But do you think that investors were told prior to buy-in that the mission will be ideology or profits? No, I think that all got twisted up by replacing members of the board in these corporations. I mean, that's how it happened at Disney and all these other places. That's how you ended up with these DIE departments, right? And I'm going to say it that way. The DIE departments. That's how you ended up with them. You already had organic diversity in all of these entertainment enterprises. You just did. You didn't have to go out there and artificially over-represent stuff that doesn't represent the demographics of anything that you're in. That's just insane. IDW will get a licensing job check from Marvel. We'll see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm scrolling through here. Yeah, it's time to go back to practical effects. I love practicals. I do. Wow, Hammeroid sent a super chat. I'll get to that in just a second. You guys are amazing. Disney has so many bombs they can be considered a military force. Yes, Shrap, well said. What did Mike Zero say? Mike Zero is now reporting that CultureCasino's weave is considered a practical effect. Well, thank you. You guys are so funny. Did you see that last night? Flash, if you haven't had a chance, check out Comics Division's stream last night. I'm Dreaming of a Dick's Division Christmas. It was so good. It was terrible. It was a car crash, but it was good. Lots of quality stuff there. We're doing good. Hey, what's up, Soul Assassin? The Chatimals in the house. Good to see you. Dapper Bard Games. Super late, but I have a sandwich. Oh, I want a sandwich. Hey, I've got a question. I'm going to make a poll. Okay. Sandwich shop preference. Sandwich shop preference. Reference. See, I even said it and I can't type it. Let's see. Okay, let's see what this is. Subway. Quiznos. Why is this thing is not cooperating? I need to add an option. Thank you. Quiznos, Jimmy John. Ugh. Sorry. Jimmy John's and Mike's. All right. Boom. All right, there's a poll. Polls in the field. Polls in the field. I'm just curious. Let me know. All right. Yeah, Hemorrhoid Hurt says, so this is how you send a super chat. Yes, for $2.99 Australian, my friend. That's how you send a super chat. And thank you for $2.99 Australian, my friend. Yeah, a lot of people were interested in Westworld. The first thing was good. The first season was good. The original is timeless. Yeah, I watched the film the other day. By the way, you can't get that on HBO Max anymore. They officially pulled it down 3 days ago. Gone. No more Westworld. You can get the film. You can find the film. You just cannot find the show. Like you said, all that's getting repackaged with you're going to see like shows packaged together and sold off to other streaming services. And Warner's going to launch their own fast equivalent channel next year, 2023. So be looking for that. It should be done by spring, from what I'm to understand. So shit, March, April, possibly May. Yeah. Let's see. don't attribute to mendacity that which is better explained by stupidity. Indeed, you guys are fun. So somebody smart. Hey, Nano Reaper's here. A Little Mermaid going to fail. It's going to fail hard. New Daredevil. It's going to fail hard. Avatar is failing. Yeah. I ditched my Disney stock when it was $175 a share. Good for you, Nano. Good for you, brother. Good move. Best person for the job. We already know better than that. It was a lot of fun. I just want to say everybody put in a lot of hard work, and you'll like it. It's your kind of humor. Magic Mags for $5. Good to see you. Thank you for the super chat, dear. And Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you and the boss culture. Well, Merry Christmas to you, Mags. We love you. Keep up. Michelle's here. Merry Christmas, dear. Hope you're doing well. Employee investment with company money match is helping to support the market. Watch for too many layoffs. Yep. Well, and that's actually going to tank all that extra revenue, right? Employer match. You won't have employer match if you don't have employees. Good point, Lisa. That's so smart. So many smart people. Last night was a Dixmas miracle, indeed. It was fun. Yes, thank you, Vora Axelon. We appreciate that. Look, I'm gonna Tom and I and Tox are gonna bundle the songs together and put them out there for everybody to consume. Of course, we're gonna package up the videos individually, and then we're gonna redo the entire stream so that it makes more sense, since we had so many failures due to snow last night. Hey, what's up, Mike? Good to see you. Hola, enjoyed the culture sing-along on the comic stream last night. Well, thank you. Yeah, I did a couple of them. I thought that it would be fun to do like a karaoke style version of the song. So if you wanted to sing along, you could. Tox did the same thing. Man, last night was fun. Thank you for being there, everybody. It was great. You like Jersey Mike's. All right. I'm gonna check this poll just a couple minutes. You were 14 years old, and I think I scared Santa. Oh, wow. I'm smiling at a memory. I first saw Santa at the mall after my family had immigrated to America. I had on Evanescence t-shirt. Awesome. Bring Me to Life it was a great song back in the day. Man, I'm old. T-shirt, skirt, and boots with my dark makeup. Yeah. And dark makeup and hair. You scared Santa at 14. Well done, young lady. Well done indeed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, it's a grocery store, Death Angels. You're right. Oh, I have a short. I'm gonna put. I have a public short for everybody. You guys are gonna love it. I'm gonna get that together. Yeah. Somebody needs to talk me into moving to Texas or Tennessee instead of Florida. So you take your shots at doing that. Subway is just everywhere. There you go. Oh, Jason's Deli is good indeed. It's not a national chain, but I know what you're talking about. I think I've eaten at one before. I think I've eaten at one before. It was near a university. I'm trying to remember where it was. A lot of people like Jimmy John's. Oh, he's a big game hunter. I didn't know that. Patriot Sandwich Shop. That sounds good. I might have to head out to your neck of the woods. Let's see. Oh, we got another super. Thank you. Ram Bam 3000 for £5 sterling. Proper money, everybody. Proper money indeed. Why is Disney like a Boeing B-52? Because both have released so many bombs. Thank you for the dad joke super chat, Ram Bam. Oh, hey, the man of the hour, Tim's talk. Tim, you're having a celebratory stream for being awesome. It's coming up soon, right? You might want to tell everybody here what you're doing, because I know you're celebrating an achievement, something that we as content creators kind of celebrate the moment we get over 1,000 and get to that monetization level. You got to tell everybody what's going on, Tim, so we can support you, bro. Let's see. Firehouse subs are okay, Baron Duke Monarch V. They're just not very plentiful. They're hard to find. You have to go out of your way. Hey, Dadman Walking's here. Merry Christmas, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I really do. Okay, so I'll talk to you anytime you want about Tennessee versus Florida. Grew up in Florida, now live in Tennessee. Oh, I didn't know that. I know that that umbrella guy lives in Tennessee, I think. And is Yellow Flash in Tennessee? Yellow Flash, are you in Tennessee? I don't know. Somebody's got to talk to me about Tennessee. Schlotchki's used to be really good, and then it wasn't anymore. Come to Texas, plenty of room, less old people. Guys, I'm old. I'm sorry. Tim, promote your stream, dude. I have to make him a thing. How do you... Tim, I'm going to make you a temporary moderator so you can promote your stream. All right. Pinochet's Helicopter Tours for $2 says, small creators rejoice. The JCPA is DOA forever. It is. Yeah, did you see how fast they pulled it off, that bill? Especially since Facebook said, well, we just won't run news anymore. Yoink. See ya. Yeah. Not only that, can you imagine Google not running news? Woo. Be like, no. And it was always going to be It was always going to be a free speech headache anyway. And there's no way there would have been no way to prove who originated something. It was going to be a problem. But thank you, Pinochet's, for $2. I appreciate it, Tom. Look, it's Wakizashi's Tea House. Good to see you, my friend. Saw that you had a celebratory stream about how long you've been in Japan. So happy Christmas Eve to you. Merry Christmas. Well, tomorrow for you. So it's awesome. We'll sing you all the very best in the festive season. Well, it's good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Yeah, Florida versus Tennessee football. Well, I'm you know me, I'm not going to say anything much positive about Tennessee football, but hey. Tim, you're a mod now. Tugs in Central Tennessee. Yeah, that's what I thought. Odin lives in Tennessee. See, Victor Fontaine. Yeah, and I love Odin. Odin, Tug. I mean, there's some great people there. And I like the fact that I can get land on water and trees. Although it sounds like it's cold as crud today. I don't like that. Bamagrad, my goodness, my friend, for another $10. Thank you so very much. Culture, I did enjoy the Dick Smith special last night. I have not seen a train wreck like that since the 345 from Lawrenceville jumped the tracks and crashed into the city dump. Oh my. That's high praise, Bamagrad. Thank you. And Merry Christmas once again. Oh, you guys are great. This is so much fun. Yolanda is here. Greetings, Yolanda. Merry Christmas. Brahma Bull's here. Merry Christmas to you. We got Radioactive. Merry Christmas. Look at all these amazing humans. There it is. Tim promoted his show, guys. So check that out. Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm going to try to swing by and hang out with Tim. I'm going to try to, I got a lot of places to try to hang out this weekend, but I will be doing my Sunday. I'm going to say it one more time for now that we have 100 of you in here. I'm going to say that I'm going to be doing my Sunday night show. It may not be at 8:30 Mountain, 7:30 Pacific. It might be at 8 Pacific, 9 Mountain, 10 Central, and 11 Eastern. I don't know why it's so hard for me to do that. But yeah. It will be, and we'll have fun. It'll be Christmas night, and we can all hang out. Be like wine, just ringing in, the end of the day with all of you guys. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'll bring booze, and probably do a little soda and maybe some Red Hot or something. Some coffee and Red Hot, something. It was a lot of fun last night. You guys are great. Look at these folks here going all Japanese in the chat. East Texas is big trees, lots of rivers. The Gulf has a beach you can drive on. Can't drive on the ones in Florida. Yeah, they suck. Yeah. Daytona you can, or used to. That's where you get stock car racing. That's where it started. That's where you get the Daytona 500. I'm not going to get into that. Culture Casino, Florida's too humid and Tennessee is whatever. California, Oregon, and Washington would be better. I love you guys. I'm going to say this. I love Southern California as somebody who, spent a lot of time in Southern California, like months to years of my life. And I'm worried about the taxes. I'm worried about, there's a lot of problems that I'm concerned with. I can't do Oregon or Washington. I just can't. I'm trying to move away from snow, Scipio. I mean, if I want snow, I just drive up north to my cabin and I'm there. But I appreciate it. I can't say how much I really do love the climate of Southern California. And if I were going to go anywhere that were very similar in climate, I would just go to Hawaii. I mean, someday I'll tell you about the Hawaii stuff. Let's see. Hey, Bosco Snur, good to see you. Let's talk about something. Good gravy with 50 minutes of just chatting with you guys. That's just crazy. Let's jump into something. Let's do this. This was funny because we were all like bagging on Disney for good reason. This article comes from Deadline. I think a lot of creators are going to be using it in the very near future. Did I miss a super? Got to double check. Sorry, guys. I didn't miss a super, did I? I think I got Pinochet's last one, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. All right. Trainwreck. The stream went exactly to plan. Well, not really. Close. All right. Let's scroll back down. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna end the sandwich poll. So I'm gonna end the poll. Poll results are gonna be published. We're gonna jump into this. So Subway wins by 45% over everything else. Jimmy John's is in last place. 66 votes. Not bad. Gulf water is warmer than the air right now. It's true. It's true. All right. I think a lot of creators are getting some mileage out of this particular article from Deadline, which I don't usually say often from trades because they're just filth. Anyway. So we're going to get a look at this. This is Bob Iger's Christmas Carol and the Ghost of Past, Present, and Future. It's an interesting title. They changed it. It was differently titled earlier today. So in about 698 days, the Walt Disney Company is going to have its fourth CEO in 3 years. Well, supposedly. Optimistically, presuming the past and current House of Mouse boss, Bob Iger, really does hand over the keys, in late 2024 to a designated successor. The soon-to-be 100-year-old media giant may look very different than it does now, as could the contracting industry overall. Yes. In reality, it's self-described age of great anxiety that Iger himself is markedly responsible for in many ways, but rarely is held accountable for. That's rather precise, because he is responsible for the garbage we're dealing with in many ways, including the shrinkage in the industry. Iger gets a lot of praise as an executive. A lot of it is well-deserved. But one of his greatest accomplishments may be sidestepping his missteps. The billions in debt that came with the Fox purchase, going all in on streaming, hemorrhaging TV and ESPN viewership, And the succession fiascos alone would have killed any other CEO, and it should have. He's Teflon like Reagan, but not left a lot of the mess over the years for others to clean up, like Bill Clinton. Well, that's an interesting perspective. I would disagree vehemently with that positioning, but that's fine. This guy is Uncle Bob Iger is a problem, folks, and he's not a problem that's going to go away. He did have a wonderful one-time heir in Tom Stagg. Tom Stagg would have been the great successor had he not been a greedy turkey. Anyway, this article goes on and on and on. It talks specifically about all the things, the missteps that Iger himself is not actually held accountable for and should be. He is kind of the architect of Disney's own demise, and you have acknowledgement in this article that Christine McCarthy actually orchestrated the coup to replace Chapek. That's actually just matter of factly acknowledged in this particular piece, and they're talking about it was the financial performance that was the thing that got him. I don't know how that's true. I mean, he was following the exact roadmap that was put in place by Iger, outside of being a slightly more aggressive in sub returns, which he was getting. He was still following the same roadmap with content production and the lean into streaming. But Iger is almost single-handedly responsible for the demise of linear television and all of the other ancillary income streams that Disney and other studios used to appreciate and enjoy. Consider this. You could sell a movie 5 or 6 times over with the theatrical to pay-per-view to digital to lease to streaming, other streaming services like Netflix, or pay movie channels like all of them, HBO, Showtime, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, then obviously the physical sales of the media, which you could continue to do and generate over and over again. And Disney had the best model of all because they had a vault. They'd pull all the stuff that once it was sold through, they'd pull everything off the shelf. They'd hold on to it for 5 or 10 years and then they'd re-release it with some special features or something else. Talk about the best model to keep selling old stuff. Well, can't do that anymore with streaming. Doesn't work. So, the Peter Venkman fan site member for 4 months now. Thank you, my friend. Says Merry Christmas to Culture and Culture Boss. Well, thank you. The Culture Boss was hanging out this morning. If you guys saw the chat. But thank you very much for that, Peter Venkman fan site. You have a lot of problems that come about from the way that Iger structured the company, his aggressiveness when it came to IP acquisition. Obviously, all the debt left over from Fox which the article mentioned. But he's actually responsible for the loss of faith and trust that the general public has in Disney now. He is responsible for that because of the ideology and everything else that's being shoved in there that Pinochet was talking about in the super chats earlier and over on Midnight's Edge in the morning as well. You're having a disconnect with the most important people for your brand, which is the families, right? And there's a certain number of people, about 50% now, that are over 50 with empty nesters or they never had kids, that are huge Disney stans that are less standing right now. Why? Well, because they have been disenfranchised. They've been disenfranchised either because of money, because the parks and all the things that they used to enjoy about Disney is far more expensive. And you also have obviously some ideology that does rub a lot of people the wrong way. The majority of people. I mean, let's just be honest about it. It's a very small minority that participates in that very limited ideology. So, but let's get to this particular statement. Forbidden Ruin. I saw an article of Disney dropping ABC and ESPN and called them very profitable and successful. I laughed a lot. Well, there is a lot of money there. They are ESPN's a cash cow in its own way because of its licensed sports and its ability to hang on to them. Outside of losing the cricket league that they lost exclusive rights to in India, the IPL, just a few months ago, Disney markets those sports to the wall, and ESPN, outside of the fact that they're losing linear subscribers, is still generating tons of revenue. If every one of these studios realized what they were doing to themselves, they would stop cannibalizing themselves and in creating the cord cutting market. We're in a weird place when it comes to all of this, but there is profits to be made in ESPN, and there could have been profits to make at ABC. But all of the Disney branded linear stuff has started to just crumble away, and it's being forced upon them by themselves. So, and I did a video about that particular article. So, yeah. Somebody said, Vertical Horizon says 2 Bobs don't make a right. Indeed, my friend. Yeah. This is a good question. Is Disney Plus growing, or is it losing subs? There's an interesting thing. The rate of growth is slowed dramatically, and they're a bunch of Phantom subs in the United States. They're experiencing increased churn. Their global churn will know this next quarter. Churn is up across all streaming services. Starcipio. The cost to replace a sub now, I think, is over $55. Or to acquire a sub, I should say. And it takes oftentimes, and that's an average, by the way. And it takes oftentimes somewhere around 6 months before you're at the break even for that cost. And some of the reasons for that is the free subs that are offered via platforms and cell phone plans and various things like that, like Xboxes and stuff. So it's a complicated question. It would take a long time to just dive into that one, and I don't want to focus the stream entirely on that. But as they move into new markets, of course, they're going to make new subs, but that all comes at a cost, and it's a heavy one. The price is very heavy to pay, which is why the ARPU is down substantially for Disney Plus. So not a good way to get growth. Not the way they're doing it. It's very inorganic. But the Common Nerd for 9 months of membership. Thank you, my friend. Says, nice. I'm officially ready to come out of the womb now. Culture push. All right, bro. Thanks for being here, dude. Love you. You're killing it. Yeah. Hail Jesse, is Josh Melody says. Indeed. I thought normal Disney was family, but all the other film companies they picked up were for more mature content. That was the plan. 20th Century Fox was supposed to be their mature brand. They were going to use that as maturity. So you'd have multiple different nameplates that you could funnel that stuff through. And you also had another distribution pipeline, right? With Fox, right? So Buena Vista would distribute still, Disney, Pixar, yada yada, whatever, and then Fox would do all the mature stuff. You could have Deadpool stay over there. You could put X-Men over there. You could just leave it all there, right? That's my thoughts. Let's see. Yeah. Doesn't ESPN profitability depend on cable carriage fees? Yeah, but they keep going up. In fact, Disney's been having to renegotiate carriage fees now with streaming devices and services and such. Disney Plus actually had to negotiate the monetization part of their streaming tool through Roku. So Roku is going to get a cut of the Disney money, which is going to reduce the ARPU of their ad tier. I'm telling you, this is not the windfall they wanted it to be. It really wasn't. Yeah, Disney is going to be paying through the nose. They already are. The NBA contracts, though, sound like they may either stay somewhat stagnant with only a small bump or possibly a small decline. The signaling from everybody that's negotiating is, at least publicly, is like, we're not going to pay for this product that's losing viewership. And the NBA has been losing viewership. Someday we're going to have a conversation about the WNBA and all the other stuff that just doesn't make any money. I mean, just doesn't. Yeah, ESPN drove away a lot of things. They drove away some hosts. They fired hosts that were very popular, and they left some in place that were incredibly politically motivated. Yeah, hot takes and opinions. That's not why I went to ESPN. I went for Sports Center, which was usually fairly brilliant. And they had their little zingers here and there, but it was just that. Sports coverage and news is valuable, but then you started to get too many ESPNs. I mean, did we get to the Ocho? Felt like it. Yeah, Verizon and $1 subs for a year. You can't do that. You can't. Yeah, I have some stories about Disney Plus. Yeah, the guy who runs Pluto, I think, talked about churn and how it's going to destroy paid streaming. It is. It's destroying it now. And Pluto is part of, who owns it? One of the big boys own it. One of the studios own it. I want to say CBS. Uh, uh, yeah, I think it's CBS. I think it's Paramount. Could be wrong. It's crazy. Hi, CC. Stay warm. Thank you, Real Wade. I am. I am very. Check out Real Wade on Twitch, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. Every sports production neutered. That's right, Ezosh Melody. Everything. See, okay. Do you know what destroyed ESPN? I'm gonna get up on a soapbox. You ready for that? Hey, what's up, Fat Steven? Nobody watches the NBA, not even women. Yeah, that's a great subject. I'd love to do a debate on that. But it's good to see you, Fat Steven. It's been a minute, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I try to catch a little bit of your gaming streams when I can. But yeah, nobody watches the NBA, not even women. No, they don't. I did a video about it. It's ridiculous. Nobody goes to watch this stuff. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why? Okay, so back to my soapbox, right? Every sports production neutered. The decline in sports started with the in-depth look at, or the deep profile. What are you talking about? Culture. Well, remember the Olympics? One of the ways they could gin up people's interest was to do or personal interest stories, right? Private, just get into these athletes' private lives. So they did a background piece on them, and then they started to profile more and more of these athletes, and eventually every freaking athlete has a profile. Nadia's mom is a basket weaver in this factory, and overcoming all these hardships and taking, and then working 3 jobs so that she could take Nadia and then into gymnastics. So it's that stuff went from those very special live events, those specific interest stories, right? Went from that to what ESPN does now. That's what ESPN is now, right? ESPN is garbage. Constant garbage, behind the scenes garbage, debates about political stuff. Do you know why we came to sports? Because we didn't want the political stuff. Sports is not for politics, right? You're going to have very, very infrequently. You're going to have a Cassius Clay becomes Muhammad Ali. Very infrequently, you're going to have Arthur Ashe in HIV and AIDS. Very infrequently are you going to have Billie Jean King in the Battle of the Sexes. Very infrequent. It doesn't happen all the time. And those are very specific interest stories. But you went wall to wall with that stuff. Garbage. And that destroyed it. It honestly did. Fat Steven is a member for 4 months. Thank you, Fat Steven. Says the WNBA is like calling Jane Foster Thor. It's a lie. That's right. That's right. Sorry. It's being honest. Yeah. Yeah, Lady Umber, you're right. Churn isn't new. Companies never understood it, and who they were modeling themselves after had low churn rates. Indeed, you're right. Churn has always been there. Netflix managed their churn amazingly well. They were always on a growth uptick. Right now, I'm going to say this: we are at saturation point. We are in a mature market when it comes to streaming, especially paid streaming. And the reason that all these services, I mean, they're telling you what's happening. They're going to add tiers. Why? Because it's the only way they're going to survive. Because paid subscribers are fickle, and they don't have to be around very long. I don't. That's the problem. You created a very fickle audience by doing this. Netflix could have been the one-stop shop. You guys should have just left it alone. Maybe one or two other streaming services, maybe a handful of other ones, maybe, right? But look, I mean, Disney has 3 streaming services. Guess what? Everybody forgets about ESPN Plus. Why? Well, because it's crap. It's garbage. It's the stuff we don't want. Why would I pay more for the things I don't want? I don't want more of this personal interest story crap. That's not why I go to sports. I remember the good old days before ESPN had major rights to major sports, and you could watch lots of Australian rules football. I loved that. Yeah, I like the lumber sports. Right, I was a huge fan of lumber sports. I don't get to see that as much. Kind of bummer. Master Time, $10 a month for a single streaming service, 15 for a Game Pass Ultimate. Goes back to playing High on Life and Nobody Saves the World. There you go. $15, and you can play whatever. Or $10 for a one streaming service that has maybe one thing you want to see. Because guess what? Numbers haven't changed. Over 60% of the people who have a streaming service only watch one thing on it. One thing. You subscribe to Netflix for Stranger Things or Cobra Kai or whatever. That's it. You don't subscribe there for any other reason. You know, the people that they're going to lose over Netflix are going to be the people who were there for The Witcher, especially after Blood Origin. Boy, don't waste your time. They should have given that all 6 episodes. Maybe it would have made sense or looked better or been better or sounded better or paced better. Oof. It is what it is. It's crazy. Sorry. I get up on my soapbox, but the thing is nobody's being forced to stick around. They can't create a contract for a streaming service you'd have nobody signing up for. So they have to pivot to ad tech. The problem is ad tech rates are falling down. People don't want to watch advertisements. People can go watch us. I'm on YouTube. You get advertisements right before like the stream, right? And that's it. Unless you drop out and come back, and you can skip them. I don't even know if I monetized today's stream, to be honest with you. But and thank you for all the super chats and support. But look, this is where we're at. This is where we're going to be. You got to remember, Disney spent $7.4 billion on Pixar. They spent $4 billion on Marvel. They spent $4 billion on Lucasfilm. Disney's in a big hole, and they are managing a pretty decent debt load. And as their stock price collapses, the debt load gets higher. Market cap it shifts. It changes your value to debt ratio. It's possible to get downgraded this year again. And they spent their war chest. We know that they were doing something in the investment world. I'm not going to say what. We've had we've brushed that topic before, but they might have been involved with a guy with curly hair that was just recently bailed out of prison to the tune of $250 million, or jail, I should say, pending a whole lot of stuff. His entire crew where he was flipped on him, pled guilty to criminal charges so they could go after the dude. Uh-oh, FNT started? All right, folks. Well, I'm going to say this. A very Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I've had nothing but an incredible experience throughout this year. I hope you all stay warm, bundled up, don't get sick. And just know that I appreciate each and every one of you. On that note, I'm going to go watch the FNT folks and do some more Christmas shopping and wrap it up, get everything wrapped, and get ready for my holiday. So I hope everybody has an incredible weekend. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. Please check out the it's beginning to look a lot like a Dick's Division Christmas or whatever we called it last night over on Comics Division. Just watch it at least once this weekend, maybe twice. Fast forward to the parts where, yours truly sings. I think you'll enjoy that. You don't have to. You can watch it all. It's great. And check out Brahma Bull and all of his amazingness and everybody else who was on that stream. We have a lot of talented people. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I'll see you Sunday, I hope. Take care of yourself, everybody. Bye.
In about 1 minute. Thank you.
Fade in.